Hey everyone, welcome to Spin the Chainweb with the TheCryptoSpyder. In this video, we'll be talking about Chainweaver, the native wallet for the Kadena network. This wallet is not as user-friendly as other wallets. Supposedly, it's going to be getting a user interface update soon. Hopefully that'll help. All right, let's go. So the Chainweaver wallet is a web-based wallet. Chainweaver.kadena.network. This is a web page. You have to read and agree to their terms of service. And then you can restore from a recovery phrase if you have one, or you can create a new wallet. You have to set a password. Once you've set the password, you hit continue, wallet recovery phrase. In the next step, you will record your 12-word recovery phrase. Your recovery phrase makes it easy to restore your wallet on a new device. Anyone with this phrase can take control of your wallet. Please keep this phrase private. Kadena cannot access your recovery phrase if lost. Please store it safely. So as I've mentioned in another video, your 12-word phrase is very important. Write it down on paper, lock it in a fireproof box. Don't share it with anyone unless it has something to do with your will or someone you really trust. Never give it out in an email or anything else. It's very important. I understand that if I lose my recovery phrase, I will not be able to restore my wallet. Click the box and hit continue. So this is where you record your recovery phrase. Write down or copy these words in the correct order and store them safely. The recovery words are hidden for security. Mouse over the numbers to reveal. As you run your mouse over them, it'll have all the words. You'll write them down on paper. Then you can move on to the next step. I have safely stored my recovery phrase and hit continue. On this page, it'll say verify recovery phrase. Please confirm your recovery phrase by typing words in the correct order. So you'll type in each word individually here in each one of these boxes and hit continue. It'll say wallet created and click done. So now it'll create you a wallet address and it'll create that on all 20 chains, 0 to 19. This will be your wallet address. You can copy it here. At the top you have mainnet. You can switch to testnet if you want. I'll show you why in a little while. Current token, KDA is the only one available. I'll show you in a couple minutes how to add more tokens. You have manage tokens, refresh, check transaction status, watch account, transfer coins. Over to the left, you have keys, and this will be your public key. You'll notice the K colon is missing here. I'll show you why that's important a little bit later. Sig builder, something you'll probably never use. It's a little more advanced feature. Contracts, I mentioned this in my packed video. This is where you can come in and write smart contracts. If you're learning it, you want to come to testnet, and that way you can actually deploy them. So back to the main page. For managed tokens, I'll put the list in the video description. It's also in my X-Wallet video description on the coins that you can put in here. You'll notice when you click here, there's a whole list of tokens. These are a bunch of different coins I imagine that developers were playing around with, different smart contracts, trying to figure out what worked the best. I really don't know, to be honest. If anybody really wanted to dive deep in this, you might find some upcoming smart contract coins. If you do, let me know. This is where you'll come in and put the contract address for the token you want to add. So for example, I'll add in a new token that was just added after they did the IDO recently. It's Miners of Kadena. Contract address is mok.token. Again, I love the token addresses for Kadena coins. Not some crazy long number letter combo. Something super simple, easy to remember. Click add. You'll notice it adds here. You can delete it if you ever need to. Click done. When you come back up here, it'll be added there. So you can come in and add any tokens you want here. I currently don't have a balance on any of these, so it says it does not exist. And it's the same for project websites. If you want to go to a project website and mint an NFT, for example, and it says it's on chain 2 and you don't have any coins in chain 2, when you go to connect on the website, it'll tell you it does not exist. The way to get around that is to transfer some coins to that chain. Then it will show up as an existing account. And I'll show you how to transfer coins in just a little bit. Refresh. Just refreshes your wallet, any new balances that may have been transferred. Check transaction status. So if you have a request key, please enter a valid request key and click check transaction status. Watch account. This is interesting because you can actually watch an account, any account that you do not own, as well as accounts that do not exist yet. So if there's any Kadena whales out there and you can get their wallet address, you can put it in here and you can actually watch their account. transfer coins. When you click that, it'll have account name on which chain to account name on which chain. So you can send from one person to another person. You can send it from chain 1 to chain 19 if you want, whatever the other person wants you to do, if you're paying them or sending them coins. Or you can send from your account, which I've already copied, to your account from chain 0 to chain, let's say 2. So as I mentioned before, it says does not exist. If you had a balance on chain 0, for example, you wanted to move some to chain 2, that'd be how you would do it. So you can move, let's say, 100 Kadena over there, sign and transfer, maybe another step or two you have to do in there, and you confirm that. I don't have a balance here, so it's not going to let me do it, so I can't show you that. Sorry about that. Next is resources support, which takes you to their web page, to their terms of service. You can read through that if you'd like. I imagine in the future they'll have an actual support team where you can actually connect and ask questions and get in touch with them. Documentation takes you to their GitHub. A lot of information here. GitHub can be a little confusing, but if you figure it out, it's very useful. And tutorials, right now this is a dead link. I imagine in the future they'll have a lot more information here on this link. Settings, so network, and this is something else that's a little more advanced, but you can edit networks, mainnet, with the APIs, testnet, and then log out. One more thing I want to show you before I'm done with the video. If you want to come in and play around with this smart contract creator for Pact, if you want to deploy a smart contract, you have to actually have some Kadena in your wallet. And if you're just messing around with it, learning, you want to use the testnet. So you want to have some testnet Kadena in your wallet to be able to deploy those smart contracts to the Kadena blockchain testnet. The way to do that is do a search for Kadena testnet faucet. It's faucet.testnet.chainweb.com. You want to come into your keys and you want to copy this address without the K colon. Come back to the faucet. It'll say Kadena testnet faucet chain 1, create and fund new account, add funds to existing account. You want to create and fund a new account. So you want to add that public key in there without the K, and then you want to associate your public key with a unique account name of your choosing. It's recommended that you name your account after your public key. So you can actually just paste that back in there and create and fund the account. You'll give your request key. You can check the status, but it'll say transaction pending. We're preparing the coin. But eventually it'll drop you 20 KDA onto the testnet into your wallet. Then you can come back, and as you're learning Pact and you want to deploy some contracts onto the testnet, you'll have the Kadena you needed for the gas fees. When you go back to your testnet, it has that previous screen that says there's no account for your testnet. Come into keys, click add K account, and it'll generate your K account onto the testnet as well, to where it'll show up here. So when you go back and forth from mainnet and testnet, it'll technically be the same address, but you'll have both accounts there. That way you can deploy smart contracts. So that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate all the support from the community. Much love, everyone.